Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Christy. Thanks for joining me, and I still haven't cleaned up my Christmas stuff. Look, I'm a busy girl. I don't have time to do things. I still have Christmas trees upstairs as well. It's really a lot. If anybody is interested in like an after school job, hit me up in the comments. I'm hiring. If you live in Pittsburgh, you can come help me do like around the house things. But anyway, hello and welcome. Thank you for joining me today for this very exciting video. You guys loved my Back to the Bar video last week. Make sure that you are checking out the podcast. It is linked here, and definitely check out the Back to the Bar YouTube channel. There's so much fun Christi and Kelly content where we are talking about dance moms in ways that you probably haven't seen before, so you definitely want to make sure you are subscribed. And if you're not subscribed here, make sure you're subscribed, turn on your post notifications so you know when I'm posting. So for today's video, we're gonna take a little walk down memory lane. I thought it would be really fun to talk about one of my favorite parts of being a dance mom, whether it was on TV or in real life. And that is, by and large, the costumes. Because honestly, I really am Becky Homecki. I loved a costume. You know, there's nothing as exciting as when you see a number come together on stage and the costume is beautiful and it looks amazing. And then on the flip side, there is nothing more defeating when the costume is tragic. And we had our share of both on Dance Moms. So I thought it would be kind of fun to maybe investigate what I thought were the best costumes on the show, and then maybe down the line I'll do the worst costumes. And for this video, I am strictly talking group numbers. I can always go back and do solo costumes, I can do duets and trios, we can do all of them. But for this video, we are simply talking about the groups. And to keep things organized, we're gonna go through them season by season. So I need to know in the comments if you agree with me on the costumes that I picked for each season, or if you think there are costumes that are better that I maybe overlooked. Because, you know, honestly, you guys know the show better than I know the show. I know the experience, I know what I lived, I can remember like crazy things about filming, but I don't always remember what made it to TV. So sometimes I'm like, wait a minute, what was that again? Especially in the later seasons that I was in. Or the seasons I wasn't in at all, because some of these costumes I never even saw because I did not watch Dance Moms if I was not on the show, and I certainly only watched it when I was on the show when I had to. It's true, I was not reliving it every week, even though I know it seems like I really truly wasn't. I have to interrupt this video to tell you something very important, and that is thank heavens for Uber Eats. It has literally been saving my life lately. Uber Eats, thank you for sponsoring this video. It is after the holidays. I have so many things to do. Like I have to put all this stuff away. I still have to record. I have to work. Now we're going on tour. I just don't have time to do all of the mom things, and that is why I absolutely love Uber Eats, and I've been using it for years. If I want something familiar, like, oh my God, I have to have X, Y, and Z, instead of having to get dressed because, you know, girl doesn't like to leave the house and see 3D people, I literally can use Uber Eats and have it delivered to my door. I can browse, I can order, I can track everything, and then I can sit back and relax. But who am I kidding? I'm gonna continue to work, and then magically it just shows up at my door. And if you have never ordered with Uber Eats before, now is the time, because you can get $15 off your first order of $20 or more. Now, this is for first-time customers only, and terms and fees apply. So if you're busy, you're tired, you're overworked, if you just don't feel like cooking tonight, Uber Eats is your new BFF. It's one of those things that just makes life a little bit easier. So drop a comment below and let me know what you ordered, because I'm always looking for new ideas. So let's get started. We're gonna start off with season 1, and this is definitely a costume that I love. I'm gonna tell you one of the reasons why I love this costume so much after I see these little darlings dance in this just for a moment. Okay, and this costume, they're so little. Look how little they are. Oh my God. Oh, my heart, they're so tiny. Oh. But I particularly love this costume because the older girls in the studio, the girls that danced above our girls, had costumes that were very much the exact same costume. I think the year before before, or it could have even been this year. And they were so gorgeous and beautiful. And I remember watching those older girls with like Chloe and her being like, oh, someday I want to have that costume. And when Dance Mom started and Abby was like doing costumes, cranking them out all the time, she was like, okay, using inspiration from costumes that she knew, and she did this one. Oh, I love it. Oh my God, I do. I love it. And the bras that these costumes were made out of were like this big, honest to God. The week before, we were in Vegas, and one of our PAs, like production assistants, had to go out. This big guy who was like a football player for USC. He had to go out and buy tiny bras from Target. And I remember he was like humiliated. And then I think he had one in his pocket when they were going out one night. And he's like, oh my God, and like threw it out the car window because he's like, I can't have a child's bra in my pocket in Vegas. So it's true. All right, what is up next? What is my next one that I picked? In season 1, this is another good one. It really is another good one. And that was Sinful. I don't think these costumes got enough accolades because the dance wasn't that great, but the costumes were really pretty. And we did not get a whole lot of custom group costumes early on the show. And so these were actually custom made. They were beautiful. They were gorgeous. I don't think I have these. I think this is before we were allowed to keep our costumes, and a certain someone may or may not have sold this in her auction. I don't know. If you know what happened to the Sinful costumes, let me know. I would love to know. I know what happened to Party. Actually, I think Party is a really cute costume too. All right, season 2, undoubtedly. And you know, I have to say, these costumes are gorgeous and they are store-bought. Like they're from a catalog, and that is Born to Dance. These costumes are stunning. I love them. The song is beautiful. It's one of my favorite dances from the show. And I have to say, at one point, there was talk on camera, I don't think it ever made it to air, where Abby was like, okay, I need the moms to make umbilical cords out of like glittery stuff so it looks like the children are like being born. Thank God we did not add umbilical cords to the costumes. Up next, season 2, absolutely hands down, I 1000% have to mention glam. Love glam. And I know Holly was in charge of costumes that week. I'm pretty sure she won a costume award for these, but I am going to give some other dance moms credit where credit is due. And I'm pretty sure Kelly and I had a pretty big hand in these costumes. I mean, we were not going to leave Holly high and dry. We were certainly going to help her out. These are definitely some of the best, in my opinion. And these are made too, but these were not custom made. They were Dance Mom made. So they're filled with love. Okay, I know everyone is going to like die when I say this, but in season 3, I absolutely love Pink Lemonade. It's true, I do. I don't love the dance because her hat fell off and then it caused like all kinds of chaos. I do love the Pink Lemonade costumes. Again, these were custom. And this dance, once again, was actually based on a dance that the older girls did in the studio when I think Chloe was about 3, and Gianna was actually one of the original dancers in it. And that dance was called Cherries. And it was Life is Just a Bowl of Cherries. This is a sound-alike for that. And instead of it being pink and black, when the older girls did it, they were red and black. But these were absolutely stunning. I just personally wish that they did not have a hat, you know, that sabotaged the entire number. In season 4, definitely one of my favorite costumes for sure. However, I am aware that the dance is very culturally insensitive, and that is Bollywood in Vine. I think people actually had a problem with this dance when it first aired, but I don't think this dance would ever be on TV in 2025 because, you know, cultural appropriation is a thing. However, these were custom-made costumes, and I like the girls with their hair sleek. I like the headpieces in them. I just thought they were pretty. Like, they were very pretty costumes. And again, we didn't get a whole lot of group dance costumes that were custom. So I like these. I do. I think they're pretty. Oh yes, these are very pretty. I mean, Maddie's, I think, Maddie's was her solo costume, right? Yes, that was Maddie's solo costume that she wore in her nationals. Yeah, it makes sense. These are very pretty. I like when the girls are all in different colors. I just wish that all of the pastel costumes had a little bit more embellishment on them, but they are very beautiful. Let's talk about getting into a few seasons that Chloe was not in. Oh, and surprisingly enough, this is another costume that I know there were issues with when it first came to be, and it ended up being actually amazing on stage, and that is Stomp the Yard. When I saw this dance, because I wasn't watching the show when I was gone, I loved everything about it. I mean, I talked about this on Back to the Bar. I love this dance. I think it's great. Molly Long, who actually did pop music that was viral on TikTok, she choreographed this for the ALDC. I think Abby's Ultimate and Dance Moms were some of her first like big choreography moments, but the costumes, whoever ended up doing the costumes really came through on these costumes. They are amazing and I love them and they're very cool. So love Stomp the Yard. All right, now moving on to season 6. Oh, 7 Deadly Sins. Yes, these costumes are stunning. They look amazing, and I love the girls in like black fishnets, because we often had like nude, and I think the hats looked amazing. I think the dancing was great, which this isn't even about the dancing, but these costumes are fabulous. And the girls are a little bit older, so they look a little bit more like teenagery, which I think they probably, like Chloe wasn't in this dance, but I would imagine the other girls probably appreciated at this point because they weren't babies dancing anymore, you know? All right, and then finally, oh, okay, these costumes were amazing, and that is fairest of them all. I am not sure. I'm gonna guess that the makeup artist who did a lot of like the really cool makeup, I'm gonna guess that she probably had a big hand in these, or these could have been custom as well, but they are really theatrical, and I would imagine these headpieces needed to be practiced in. I have not seen this episode yet, but I will be curious to see if Abby has the girls practicing in those headpieces, because they're pretty big, very dramatic, very pretty. They make a huge statement on stage. They are pretty. Okay, so that is my opinion on the best costumes, the best group costumes from Dance Moms. Let me know in the comments if you agree or disagree. I would love to hear it. And let me know if you want me to go through and tell you which ones I think are the worst. All right, I'll see you guys back here next week. Bye.